the nurse, she comes from the hospital. She's a visiting nurse.
Right.
She's been coming here. Well, she's from UIP.
Right, IUP, yeah. Indiana University of Pennsylvania, yeah. But now, no, so anyway, like I said, when Judy and I went to the family reunion in Greenville, North Carolina, which is 12 miles from Washington.
I remember going there.
Right. And if you go down the road, there's another town where Dorothy Whitley Dot said that she had some other property. They want me to look at all the property and all that down there. So anyway, as I said, one of our cousins, Lee, has a barber shop on 4th, which is also now known as Martin Luther King Boulevard, in Washington, North Carolina, between Respis and Gladden, which is where the intersection of 4th, Respis and Gladden and Martin Luther King, or 4th, is where the Whitley funeral home was. He said he came to New Jersey and stayed with some Hardys, spent the whole summer during high school, maybe 11th grade or something, and came back. Some of those same Hardys have since moved back to Washington, North Carolina.
Really?
He is going to get with them and get their numbers. But as far as I know, Sam Hardy, who would have been my grandfather, my father's father, who married Leela Gorham. Apparently Leela came up here and met him in Atlantic City. They got married, she got pregnant, married him, as far as I understand. Married Sam Hardy. And then something happened where she divorced him or whatever and came back home. We don't know whether she came back to North Carolina pregnant or already had my pop, Melvin Hardy, when she got back. Do you know any of that?
No. Never.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Now, what were you saying? Did you know that Leela played violin?
No, I did not.
Okay. Now, what were you saying about the Spruills?
Fred Spruill, the Spruills. I think they were in Jersey.
Okay. Now, I know some Spruills in Jersey. In fact, a guy named Robert Spruill, who was an investment banker I played golf with, he got busted up in some kind of a security scam.
Well, all I know is a Fred Spruill, because they some deal with his daughter, I think was that family member was the one that went into the Oblates in Baltimore.
Okay. Right. So when you've gone down there to that Oblates church down there?
I've been there. That's the way I go all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Once a year at least.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Because Antonio, I think she taught when they had that, what do they call that school that you used to go to, the young kids?
The Jesu?
Yeah.
Bambini Jesu?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, because they were stationed up in Trenton.
Okay.
And we used to go up, Ray Marie and I used to go up there all the time to see those two nuns. So that's how I got them. And I'm sure that I gave one of you family members a picture of Sister Antonia.
I don't recall.
They say she was very musical. She was a great person.
I don't recall that.
No, you don't, because you were a youngster.
Right.
But I never met her. You know, that's when by me going down to the Oblates. This is when and your father kept telling me that, you know, what's called. So I started inquiring with them. That's when I found out about her.
Okay.
That's it.
Huh.
But she.
Well, I can tell you this. So you're saying we might be cousins to Spruills?
Definitely.
By I'm saying, who would have married whom?
I don't know.
I got you.
I don't know, because Papa's, all of the people that Papa had kids, I don't know. All I know was about a Sam, little buddy, mom,
Papa being
a Marsh.
Right. His first name was what? Sidney Marsh, right? Known as Papa. I remember him having white hair, sitting out here in a wheelchair or on the chair when I was probably 4, 5, 6 years old.
Well, he's right there in the Foxhall, under what's called?
Right.
Sidney Marsh.
Mm-hmm.
There are a whole lot of damn people from down there.
Right. Now this picture here.
Which one?
This one here.
Right here.
Right. This is my mom on the far right.
This
Avis Hardy.
Fannie, Mary.
No, Doris. That's Doris.
Avis, Fannie, Doris, Mary.
Right.
That's Mama.
Right. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know that for a fact.
Okay.
I mean, all of them.
Now all this mess of it back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that photo. I'm in that photo.
Yes.
Right.
With your bad self.
I was what, 4, 5, 3?
I don't know. Shit.
I remember the photo. Without question.
Here.
I got it. Yeah, I remember that. That's me in the very front row. Who was that? Tony next to me? Yeah, I think that's Tony next to me.
Yeah.
Uncle Lawrence on the far left.
Okay.
And now Lawrence was a little, also out of Chocawinity, North Carolina. This is Uncle Lawrence here.
Right, that's
right. Uncle Lawrence out of Chocawinity, North Carolina.
Right. Here's Sandra. Okay.
Right. Whose son got killed, unfortunately.
Right.
Right. Son got killed, and they named the basketball court after her son.
The center.
Right.
It's Judy, that's Linda. I think that's
That's Diane.
Where?
Right there. Where you got your finger.
That's all I'm saying. This is Judy.
Right.
This is Linda.
Right.
This is Judy. Diane.
Right.
Okay.
There's Aunt Cora.
Yes.
Aunt Cora.
Right.
Fannie.
Right.
Right. Me.
Okay.
Tony.
Okay.
Okay. Uncle Lawrence, who was a little out of Chocawinity, North Carolina.
Right.
Booopie.
Right.
Okay.
Who's this?
That I don't know who that is.
That's me.
That's you there?
Yeah.
You sure about that? Ain't that okay? All right. I don't know about that.
That's me.
All right. That's Sissy next to you, ain't it?
No. This is Tiny.
Who?
Tiny. Edna.
Okay. What's her last name?
Edna. Marsh. Guyton. She married a Guyton.
Wow.
She was little sister. Because this is Sidney Marsh.
Right, that's Papa.
Papa. This is here is Aunt Sylvia.
And who was that?
That was Papa's sister.
Okay. Also out of Chocawinity? Lil Washington?
Damn, yes.
Okay.
Annie, he had a sister named Annie. He had a sister named that he hated Annie.
Wow.
Okay.
And her last name was Marsh? Annie Marsh?
She married a Foxhall, yes. They were all Marshes.
Okay, so Annie Marsh married a Foxhall out of Chocawinity.
I don't know where Foxhall was from, okay? That's your father.
Right, Melvin L. Hardy Sr.
Right.
Standing next to...
Right, and that's Mama.
Right, Grandma, right, which
that's
is...
Avis.
Right, which is Mary Luise Marsh. That's my mom, Avis Ruffin Hardy.
Okay.
That's the late Gilbert Edward Hardy.
Okay.
That's Doris, it looked like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's Butch, right?
But this is Tiny's son.
Oh, that was Tiny's son, Butch.
Yes.
What's his last name?
Guyton.
Butch Guyton? I remember he was in the service.
Earl Guyton.
Okay. Earl, nicknamed Butch, but he lost a leg or something.
No, he did not.
Okay. I thought for sure he was in the service.
He was in the service, but that's it. Okay. This is Sandra.
Right.
Okay.
Now, what's Sandra's familial connection?
She was more or less raised or adopted by Aunt Cora and Uncle Lawrence.
Okay.
She was Dottie.
Right.
Was her mother. Dottie was...
Died up in New York?
Yes.
Okay. You're not talking about
Dorothy.
Whitley. You're talking about
Dorothy McCafferty was her name.
Okay.
She was an orphan.
Right. Okay.
But she adopted us. We adopted her.
Right.
Along with Joe. Joe's the only person that was not on here.
Right. Joe Sheeran.
Yes.
Who was a karate expert.
Yeah.
And this is Joe Sheeran here.
Yes.
This is Joe Sheeran.
Yes.
It was our cousin out in Utah. He was a 7th degree black belt. Had a karate school and all that.
He was an orphan.
Right, from right around the corner at the home. Right around the corner.
Here, put this